Well, good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you. I think we have a very, very timely meeting and a very, very, very important topic to discuss. And I'm sorry to barge in and barge out, but very shortly we're going to have votes on the floor. And I certainly wanted to be here to just spend a few moments with you. I'm very, very delighted to be here, and I'm glad to have Dr. Moulton Thomas, who is from my district at Fort Valley State University. She's been a strong asset there for a number of years, and I appreciate the fact that she's here sharing her experiences with you today. But the issues that you're discussing are not unique to rural America, but they're more complicated for rural America. Infrastructure is the foundation of economic development, and attracting and retaining quality businesses and employers in rural America is key. And the availability of a full range of public utilities, which includes telecommunications and broadband, is essential. Unfortunately, upwards of some 20 million Americans are without access to high-speed broadband, and those are concentrated largely in rural areas. High-speed broadband is the key to economic opportunity and growth, and the studies justify that. And they say that the links between broadband connectivity and improved health, greater learning opportunities, and increased productivity and opportunity for business are directly tied to connectivity. A reliable high-speed broadband is an ever-important tool for agriculture. I come from a state where agriculture is the number one economic driver. Agriculture is number one in Georgia, but the agriculture is grown in rural America and in rural Georgia. And the high-speed internet and technology is ever increasingly important in our rural communities. Just as rural electrics were really what made the 20th century in rural America, connectivity and broadband is what it is to the 21st century. It is essential, and it makes it possible for us to maximize the tools that we have for improving output, saving time for our farmers, fuel, money, and helping increase efficiency. So broadband is timely, and it's something that we can't say enough about. As the chair of the Agricultural Subcommittee of Appropriations, we invested $605 million for FY20 in rural utilities, in the rural utility service programs called Reconnect. I'm sure that you're familiar with Reconnect. It's one of the programs aimed at expanding broadband to our rural businesses and consumers. We live in a globally connected economy, and for rural Americans and companies to effectively compete, the modern infrastructure and the high-speed broadband are necessities rather than luxuries. In spite of these challenges, agriculture, American agriculture, is the best in the world. We have the highest quality, the safest, the most abundant, and the most economic food and fiber anywhere in the industrialized world. And it's because we have invested in our rural infrastructure, and we've invested in our research. But in spite of the challenges of no connectivity or little connectivity in our rural communities, we still are number one. But the research that we do at our land-grant institutions, the training of the next generation for agricultural economists, agribusiness entrepreneurs, food scientists, and other opportunities that we can establish by making resources available for grants is something that we cannot overstate the need for. And the fact that you're here and that you are discussing the infrastructure needs and the future of rural America, I think is a blessing for us, and it certainly, I think, will help to stimulate the members of Congress as we do what we can do to support your needs and to allow you to fulfill your opportunities. Now, the House passed, and the Farm Bill passed by Congress created a new scholarship program for students at the 1890 institutions that I think will build upon the foundation for creating agribusiness and farm people for the next generation. And we hope that we can build upon this foundation. They're targeted for students that intend to pursue careers in agriculture sciences and food. This year, the House passed the FY20 Ag Approach Bill, and it includes strong support for the 1862, 1890, and the 1994 institutions, and it includes an additional $10 million to help jumpstart this scholarship program. So our agriculture industry in America is only as good as our investments in the future. We have a farming population that is constantly aging, and unless we invest and create incentives to continue to grow our agricultural producers and our agricultural economists and our support for agriculture careers, we will lose our place in the global community. We are number one now, but we have got to do the necessary investments in our rural infrastructure and in our rural communities and in our youngsters that are coming up into careers. So thank you for being here. Thank you for what you do, and I ask you to help us to do what we need to do to give you the support that you need to keep America feeding the world. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I hope that you will have a very, very constructive rest of the afternoon, and that we will be able to reap the benefits of it together going forward.